Good morning, welcome FOREX traders, welcome to my live day trading room. Today is the 4th of February 2021, 3:56 a.m. Still sitting in that drawdown, taking things cautiously because we're in this bear market right here. So just kind of taking a few pop shots here and there. I got my equity curve right here right now, so this is what I'm trying to work out of. I'm in on one position, sitting here on the CAD yen, and we got Bank of England rate decisions coming up. You already been seeing the pound drop off considerably, and then as far as the pound dollar and the pound yen, not as much as the pound dollar, yeah, we're sitting about break even right now on our CAD yen. And the euro yen euro yen's already hit its target for the week. Anyways, if you are interested in how I trade, let's go. I think you can tell how tired I am. So I woke up a couple times in the night, just kind of checking price here. And I want to point out a couple things here real quick. Never really had the entry over here. This is all during the changeover, and spread was way high. Same thing over here. Spread was way high. Came up here to the profit target zone, which I would not have had my profit target. It would have been way up at the R3, so didn't even come close to it. With all the bearishness in the market and with NFP coming out on Friday, I didn't want to put anything here on this really small pivot because my stop would have been like right below it, and that's just too close. Same thing here on the Australian yen. I would never have been able to get in this one. The spread was way up here during shift change. So these wicks right here on the 15-minute chart were all within that shift change. So that's why I try to front run. I was able to catch that front run on the CAD yen, but it just hasn't really gone anywhere. Let's take a look at I think the real story here is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we came all the way up to the profit target zone right up here, the second level, came perfectly to it, and then came right down and perfectly hit the buy trigger again. I don't trade the pivots on Bitcoin, just because of the volatility and because price gaps over the weekend. So I don't want to be stuck holding bags over the weekend and then price gap my stop. But you can see here how the pivots do work pretty well on the price of Bitcoin as well. You had a couple of touches right over here, came up exactly to the take profit here, came up to exactly to the take profit here, bounced again on the daily central pivot. So quite interesting on that. Let's go ahead and take on now. Here's another good story is Ethereum. I haven't moved these trend lines at all, but we had the breakout of it in the exact retest. The wick came right down, and now we pulled right back up again. So that is pretty bullish to me whenever I see stuff like that. And let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominant. Oh no, this is the Bitcoin dominance right here. It came right up to the. Oh, lost it. Came right up. We were talking about it driving down. This is a lot of heavy hands pushing down onto this support. Price has been breaking it. Came right up to the daily 21 and came right back down again. So yes, this is heavy hands down. I'm looking for at least down to 61 in the near future for the dominance. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at, we've got Ethereum, we already looked over that. Here we go. Now this is this right here broke, this right here broke, and now we have our resistance right up here. So we're getting closer to our zone where we wanted price to come up and start getting rejected from. Now it can come all the way up. I mean, it can go as high as it wants to, but this is here. Let me actually readjust here. This is the entire zone right here. let's see, right here. Okay, this is the entire zone. So yeah, we can go kind of deeper into that and still be in a overall bearish position. So that's what I'm watching for. I'm watching for February, March. Let's see, February. I'm looking for it to end anywhere in here. So in this time frame. So in this zone, in this time frame. So let's mark that out. So for March, this zone, this time frame right here. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. I'm gonna start to see some candle wicks inside here and start to roll over and turn back in this zone in this time frame. Then I'm gonna start seeing big movements or movement upwards for all my dollar pairs. All right. All right, so we must have the Bank of England interest rates. So let's go ahead and take a look here. We can see the pound moving right now. All right, so it was unchanged by a vote of 9. Nine to 0. And also they have the meeting minutes coming out. So it looks like they're heavily into the unchanged territory of interest rates. All right, it's 6:38 a.m., 38 minutes into the New York session, and look at the pound go. Wow. That's what interest rates say. Even though there's no change, the pound was just waiting for the news to come out for them to feel safe to start buying it. Wow, and it's still going too. Look at that. Pumpy, pumpy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take this Oz. There's a good enough risk to reward ratio right now. And let's go ahead and take this into my full pivot charts. And it's going to be a really tight stop. Right down here. That's it. And this one, put it up there at central pivot. Excuse me. Let's make sure this copy's on over. Okay, it did. Very good. Alright, so I just took the smallest of stop outs ever. Main thing is I would kick myself if this thing was a turnaround for the Aussie, and that was an entry with such a fantastic risk to reward ratio, even though we have an NFP tomorrow. Yeah, so I took the shot but didn't make it. Still sitting break even on the CAD yen. Okay, so we are sitting at 2:56 p.m., about 4 minutes out from the New York close. Just taking a look here. The only thing I'm in right now is just a small little trade with the CAD yen. Bought it yesterday. In here, right here. And yeah, just a little bit of profit right now, but I'm actually going to, the only thing I have to do, considering I don't place any new trades on Fridays, and especially right before NFP, is that I'm just going to raise my profit taking zone once we get the close of the daily pivots, And that's it. So let's take a look here real fast at Bitcoin. I see Bitcoin's banging right off of this tomorrow's pivot. Let's refresh this chart right here. Get our new daily pivot. Take it off this. There we go. Yep, banging right against the Friday's pivot right there. Let's see if we can get a little booster shot from that. Okay, taking a look at here at Ethereum. Very nice. So far, this upper bounds of this rising wedge is holding a support. That's really bullish. And let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Yep, there we go, falling, and I suspect that will be coming right down to the lower end of the support band for the medium short term. The dollar index, look at that. Okay, so we're getting closer. We're definitely getting closer to our resistance zone here. So let's take a look at the euro then and see what the euro is doing, because that's the major component of what's happening right now with the dollars. So let's go ahead and, so this is our euro chart. In fact, you know what I want to do is I want to pull this up on my swing trading charts. All right, swing trading charts. Okay, so here we go. All right, so these are my hourly candles. Let's go ahead and zoom out just a bit. Okay, coming real. Oh, look at this. Okay, so this is matching up really well with my dollar index coming into resistance. Remember, the dollar being the opposite, and this is the dollar right here. So as this moves down, the dollar is getting stronger, right? This is my monthly take profit zone, and let's take a look here also, because I have a lot of support that's coming into. Let's take a look at that support. I know we drew it out in an earlier video. It starts all the way up here. Let's see if I can get this nicely here. Yep, starts all the way up there, and it comes down to about these guys right down in here. Just draw this right across. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to capture these guys, all these candles in here. So these guys right in here, all these candles, tops of these candles, this whole guy right here, this in here, this, all these guys in here, here, here. Okay, so you can see how, and even this right here, came down and wicked down to it. So, and then of course the top end of this resistance comes in from the highs here and from here. So, so yeah, the majority of the resistance is going to be this zone right in here. I mean, it's the way I'm saying resistance support. Let's do it. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go like this here. Let's do a double layer. So it's going to be, the majority of it's going to come in from all of this right here. So this is kind of like a double layer. All right, so yeah, so we have lots of confluence here of support level. We're already in through it, so we might as well come down to where all these tops are right in here, right? So, and I have that as being my monthly take profit zone right in here. So what can happen, I kind of do expect this, is that we're going to get some up from the NFP tomorrow, and then this is going to be probably our central pivot, or the M3 right in here, and that's going to drag this guy up to right in here. So that's going to be like a triple layer of support. We're going to have our monthly, we're going to have the weekly, and then support from all these guys in here. So that I can see as being something is very logical happening. If this happens, I will be taking a serious look at just taking a short-term short next week. But yeah, so yeah, we're getting closer to the end of this. We're getting closer to the end of this, and again, we can see it in the. It looks like we're already past 3 o'clock. I got to get going. Let's go ahead and change it real quick to the full pivot charts. I have an appointment to be at, but let's go ahead and move our take profit right up here. Okay, that, and I'm done. Okay, I'm just going to push pause on this. I'm going to continue this video all the way through Friday, since it's such we're only at like 15 minutes. Alright, coming up here to target is my CAD yen. It's not going to be a big one. Just CAD yen is the slowest mover and the smallest mover out of all of these pairs. And at that, I do have only half my lot size due to the drawdown. So it's going to be a win. There it is. But it's not going to be a big one. So let's go ahead and record that one down. And just as a note here, until we turn the market, this is just a temporary rally right now that we're having, but once we start having dollar weakness again, and that means that these USD pairs are going to go up, probably at the end of this month, towards the end of this month. I'm still trading very conservatively, which means no trades on Fridays. If I were taking trades on Fridays, this would have been a buy here. And this would have been a buy right here, and this would have been a buy right here. No entry on the euro yen, but yeah. So I would have been a little bit more proactive, but I'm very conservative right now because of the market conditions that we're in. So a little bit of dull trading, but things are really going to pick up at the end or at the beginning of next month. Let's go ahead and record this down. Like I said, it's not going to be much at all. Okay. Go ahead and take a look at this at the full pivots chart. Bitcoin is doing a little pumperoo. A little bit of a pumperoo from Bitcoin. Okay. Yeah, so we came all the way up to my weekly take profit, which is also the R3 here on the CAD yen. That's why I have my exit right there. So yeah, I mean, it looks like a decent sized move. But CAD yen is a very slow mover. So anyways, we came all the way up to the R3 on the day for the CAD yen. And Bitcoin's looking really good, actually. Let's see here. Yeah, Australian US dollar's just been kind of rangy range. Look at this exit right here at the weekly take profit for the bears for the pound US dollar, and a big bounce right here on the weekly central pivot. I just had no chance of getting in on this one. This was the rate decision and just mooned, absolutely mooned. Go ahead and put it back on the time lapse. And we will bring you the non-farm payrolls here in about 1 hour. Okay, let's take a quick stroll through. This is where we're at with Bitcoin in our market cycle. I have the comparison compared to last market cycle from breakout. This is on the weekly chart. This is where we're at right now compared to last market cycle. And let's go ahead and take this on over to the Bitcoin dominance. And we were talking about this. We were talking about it driving down, and more than likely it's going to come right down in here for the near short term or medium term. Might even have a retest of back up in this level again before it heads back down. Ethereum's looking very nice, very nice. This is a trend continuation pattern. Beautiful retest of what it broke out of. Take a look at the dollar, coming right up near the resistance. Like I said, I did expect for it to pull back a little bit before. It might even retest this level right in here, or retest this level that's right in here before continuing back up, and then finding resistance and heading back down. Not to say it's going to go up that high, but it's definitely going to test that area, and I suspect that it's going to head back down once it finds that it's heavy resistance. Okay, it's 6:09 a.m. so we're still about 21 minutes away from the news reports, and I have a couple of charts here that I pulled up on the 1 minute chart. This is Euro USD, and this is the 1 minute chart, and this is still my 15 minute over here. This is actually my my USD CAD. And the reason why I have this one up is because we have the Canadian jobs report coming out. So we have the jobs report coming out for the USD. I don't think it's going to be that big of a market mover with the USD on the initial spike, just because it's not going to really dictate Fed interest rates. Usually in seasons where the numbers like non-farm payrolls that come out, that will dictate what the future interest rates are going to be. If everything's kind of contingent on that, then you'll see a lot more of a move on the US dollar. But what this could be is a catalyst for, let's say if we have an early spike up, what this could be is just an entry for where the bears want to go, and then they want to start triggering all these stops. All these stops are down here for much more move downwards. If we get that, we're probably going to continue down for the first part of next week, all the way to the weekly take profit, and then start a bounce from there. So on the CAD, this one's a little bit more important because the CAD usually moves quite a bit on their jobs report. So we're going to just go ahead and take a look here at what the expected numbers are. Here we go. So we got okay, so non-farm payrolls expected at 50K, and then another really important number here is the average hourly earnings is 5.1% expected. And let's see here, month over month, here we go, month over month is 0.3%, which is, and then the unemployment rate is really important as well. 6.7% is the same as last month. But the CAD here, this is what we're going to be looking at really, is 8.9% expected for the unemployment rate. So it is expected to go up. Let's see, that's really what we're looking for on the CAD. So we're just going to keep an eye on that. Now the CAD, a lot of times, let's go ahead and get this chart up here. Now let's move this on over to the daily. Okay, so We have been in a downtrend, but the dollar strength has been forcing this up. So, it's are we going to see a little bit more strength to the upside before finally moving back down again when the dollar starts to weaken again? So that's what we're going to be looking at here. So let's keep this on the 1 minute chart. I'm not trading this. I used to trade news, but I don't trade news anymore. I like to get in early on trades and build upon positions. Obviously, it hasn't been working lately, but it will once we start having the weakness in the dollar again. Then the trade system, once we have the bullish and all the dollar pairs, then it's going to be kicking in high gear. So. All right, 6:13, so we still have another 16 more minutes. Okay, so here we are. I went ahead and moved the CAD right on top of the Euro. So I have the USD CAD right on top of the Euro USD, both 1 minute charts. And we're sitting about 3 minutes out. Okay, here we go. We're within 60 seconds. I'm going to start to see the spreads widen here shortly. We'll read the numbers off. All right, here goes the spreads widen. All right, let's take a look at the numbers here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so all right. Average hourly earnings is up by 0.3%. Okay, unemployment rate is actually down. It's expected at 6.7. It's at 6.3. That's for the U.S. Now let's take a look at the CAD. Unemployment rate is up 0.5%. So that's bad for the CAD. And their net change of employment's down considerably. Actually, a lot. They're expected at negative 47.5. They had negative 212.8. Glad we took profit when we did on the CAD yen. All right. So if the bears want to continue selling off, they're going for the euro. They're going to be looking at doing it here real soon. So what they're going to be looking at doing is knocking out stop losses that are right in here. Maybe after a little bit of some volatility, and then bring it down. That's what they're going to look at doing. If it does continue up for the rest of the day, then we'll be looking at shorting it next week. Australian's going for its target for the day. Now I didn't take that trade again. Like I said, right now I'm just trading really conservatively. I'm not taking Friday trades until we kind of flush out the market and have a nice bull run going all the way through until June. I'll be taking swing trades, position trades, and Friday day trades. All right, I'm watching the CAD here. I'm really watching this level right here to see, just watching this level right here, and I'm watching this level right down here. Yeah, Canada absolutely got hammered with their jobs report. They got slaughtered. Look at the Australian US dollar. Yeah, there's another one that I didn't take just because we had the NFP coming out and it's Friday. But if this was any other day, this would have been a buy signal right here. All right, here's CAD coming down to test support right now. First layer of support. It found a little bit of support. Had a dead cat bounce, coming back down again to see if we can penetrate that in the next level. All right. Looks like we broke that level of support, and coming down to the next level of support, there's going to be plenty of stop losses down there. All right, Euro showing more bullishness, and here comes the CAD. Here it comes. Trying to break support right now. Going for the stop losses. Ethereum's breaking out right now. All right, let's take a look at the dollar index. Coming down to a level of support right now on the dollar index. Canada is still breaking support. Bitcoin's a little bit of a pump going on. Ethereum's breaking 1700. Remember, it was just at 1200 the other day. Ethereum's still pumping. It looks like the CAD's trying to break back above its resistance zone. Still has that cap of the other resistance, the secondary resistance. Let's see what happens right here. Yeah, that's the volatility of the NFP. We're having price break above the resistance zones for the CAD. Let's go ahead and draw this out here. Let's see if that comes back in. Look at the CAD yen rebounding. Wow, look at the euro yen. Massive, massive breakout. Put it up here so we can watch those. Sorry guys, I left out one level of resistance that I wasn't paying attention to, and it was this guy right here. I should have pointed that out. I can even extend this coming back all the way from back here. Alright, so I'm actually going to remove this middle layer here because it doesn't seem to be respecting it as much as I thought it would. Yeah, look at that Bitcoin dominance. Really, really driving down to the layer of support right down here. So let's see. Yeah, that is just driving hard. Wow. Dollar index and Ethereum. Okay, it is 11:17 a.m. and just taking a look here. So the euro's gone up since. It came up from here, up a little bit. CAD has, I think this was the spike. Oh, this is the euro. Okay. The CAD, yeah, the CAD. This was the news right here. I'm surprised it didn't move more, considering it had such a large number difference. Bitcoin still putting in a little bit of a cup here. Let's see if we can throw in a handle as well. Now we're getting kind of late, so this is going to end up being Monday that takes over after this. Let's see here. So I want to take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Let's see, Bitcoin dominance. Yep, right there, right where. Look at it. Came down and bounced right there. All right, so let's take a look now at maybe like a daily chart. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we'll keep an eye on this down here. But I think that we should be getting a bounce from that right there. I don't know why this moved. Yeah, I had it right like this. Okay. So yeah, I suspect that we're going to be getting a bounce here, but we have a little bit more support down here. So let's put it back on the 4-hour chart. Hopefully it stays. So now it moved again. why it moves. Anyways. Okay. Ethereum still holding out. Here we go at support. Let's draw a little bit of a support level in here. This is a small little support level right in here. Like a local support level. There. Alright, that's something else I'm doing. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to time lapse it for the remainder of the day. Alright, it's 1:33 p.m. So we're still about an hour and a half away from the New York close. Let's go ahead and take a look at the swing trading charts right now. Alright, so this is my Euro USD, and this is the support box that we were discussing. And I was discussing this double layer of support, or triple, or whatever layer of support that we have right in here. So we have a bounce. This is a bounce right here. So we're definitely identifying this as support for sure. Now, as I was talking about for next week, possibly shorting, but I don't want to short into support. So what I'm looking for is for like a consolidation here, and then I will be looking at starting to buy it up. So I think we're still a little bit early on this. I think that we are coming to an end, but I think that there is some more. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, I think that there is a little bit more to go with the dollar before we start to fall back down again, which would represent itself in here. Maybe doing some sort of a double bottom and then starting to break out of it by March. So on that, we're not going to have too much more price movement today. So once we start moving back up to the upside, this trading system will start to crush the market. So it's just in times of consolidation and then fake outs to the upside is when the drawdown occurs. So I think we've kind of managed this drawdown so far well. Sat sidelined, took a couple little pop shots here and there. Didn't really lose any money. Yeah, it's this whole period in here is that drawdown, and the majority of the drawdown was probably in these little consolidations right here, these little fake outs right in here. The rest of it we just sat sideline for. We can still move down, sure. We can still move down here and then consolidate out of it. Yeah, totally. I just don't want to be selling for short term into support. So I'm just going to wait for the turnaround. And so, yeah, maybe this was the turnaround. Maybe we're just going to come down to here and start moving out of it. Anyways, that's something I have to be prepared for. I don't think I'm going to be shorting. I thought about it, but decided not to. So we will see you next video. So today's being Friday, and I'll start one again on Monday. We'll see you then.